I have failed. It's not very often I admit defeat with cars, but with the deadline we got, the coupe is not coming to the Nurburgring with us. I have done a separate video on building that up and basically explaining why it's defeated me and why we're not taking it. But I'm not sure what order the videos are going to go out in. But the most important thing is, we've got an even stricter deadline now because we've now got what I'm calling the backup Civic. We've got to get this ready for the ring. Took it last year and it was phenomenal. The only issue is at the moment, it hasn't got a gearbox in it. So, Malik's here. He's volunteered his help. So what we're going to do is see if we can get this car running and get it ready for the ring. So for those joining us for the first time, this is my EJ9 Honda Civic, and can you put the thank you very much. Right, I've done loads of videos on this car. Thank you. If you are joining us for the first time, I'd advise you go back. We've even got a couple of videos going to the Nurburgring. But yeah, single cam, so it's a D15B VTEC out of an imported Del Sol. You impressed I remembered all that?
Hell yeah.
So the issue is, as you can see here, a sincere lack of gearbox, and just to clarify, I've only pretty much ever done gearboxes when the engines are out of the car. Malik, I think your extent of your knowledge is basically when we had this on the ramp and we did it last time.
Yeah, I remember.
But we had professional assistance then, so me and Malik, we're going to see how far we can get. If we get stuck, then we're going to cry on the phone to Nick or someone like that. But
we're going to do it.
We're confident.
We can do it.
So, yeah, I'm trying not to let the other car get me down, but like I said, the main thing is now is getting this one running and just basically figuring out what it needs, because we've now got, I believe, 2 weeks, I think, if that, till we go. So, no pressure, man, but we gotta get this done.
We're going to get this done.
We're going to get it done. So the first
Honda's
step,
going to make it to Germany.
Yes, once again. So the first step is we need to jack it up. As I said, compared to last time, we're going to be doing this on our backs. We're trying to lift that back. You know the issues we had just then?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. So we're going to jack it up, get on axle stands, do all that boring stuff, and then you'll probably join me underneath the car. Right, so long story short, we took the D15 B7 out of the coupe to put a B20 VTEC lump in. We now need a temporary gearbox for the hatch while the other box is being built. We took the gearbox off the D15 B7 engine and are about to put it in the hatch. You still following? I completely understand if you're not. Anyway, we started by jacking the car up in the air and of course putting it on axle stands. Right, so the car's up in the air. So I was just saying to Malik, I don't think I've ever done a gearbox on my back. I'm hoping that's enough room. I think what we'll do now is just test fit to see if the gearbox fits under there, because this is going to be the old bench press, and I hope you've got your bench pressing skills on point. That is spinach. And the good thing is, we got a couple of gearboxes to choose from, so we'll just pick the lightest one, isn't it? I suppose I'm feeling relaxing and making Malik doing all the work. I almost had a heart attack because I've just noticed this gearbox mount is very different to the one that's on there. But, crisis averted. I was almost saying to you, dude, right, call it a night, we're going home. But, the one off the EJ9 luckily fits, because they are both S20 boxes, so they should fit. But like I said, I no longer believe people when they say it's plug and play. Whew, crisis averted. Well, for now. First issue we've run into, we were making really good progress. We had our technique down and everything, so basically using the jack to support the gearbox. And we were millimeters off, but we noticed there was a dowel there, and I thought, as we remove this one, oh, there's a dowel missing. The issue is we've got a dowel on the gearbox end and a dowel on the engine end, so they are not going to go. So we've got to pull it back out, which is very annoying. And I've just bent that trying to get it out, so now we're committed. I need to get this dowel out. Knowing we were now committed, I went straight for the vice grips and began pulling, squeezing, swearing, everything until... Come on,
there
baby.
You go.
Yeah!
Yep.
Woo!
Perfect. You win.
Attempt number 2 of getting the gearbox in. We stuck with the idea of using a jack to support the weight of the gearbox whilst we tried to maneuver the gearbox into place. This didn't really go to plan. So, what is the time? Oh, this man, I swear to God. Honestly. No, my phone's dead. It's that late, even my phone's gone to sleep.
It is 11:15.
It didn't take us that long. So, funny story time. We thought we were being clever, and it was clever. The theory was there.
It was.
We were basically using the jack to line the gearbox up and then use an axle stand underneath to try and take the weight. Struggling. It just would not line up because obviously because of the dowels and because of the input shaft, it has to be bang on level. So I lost my temper a bit and I just thought, you know what, I'm kicking this jack out the way, kicking the axle stands out the way. And we just went old school, both of us underneath, hands and feet, just yeeted it on. And just all of a sudden just clicked. It just clicked, went on. I've got 2 bolts in there. Well, I've got 1 bolt in there. Another one in the bottom, so they should all line up now. I think we're going to get these bolts in and call it a night. I am very happy with the progress. And like I said, Malik, fair play to him, has come down in his own time. Just to help out, and he must have spent about 6 hours under there then. And twice I think the gearbox fell on him, so let's show him some love.
We good.
You won't be coming back though, will you?
Hell no.
So yeah, I didn't think I'd be smiling at this point, but it's nice to see the gearbox in, and for 2 people that have never done this before. It's your patience. If it wasn't for your patience, I would have given up. I was about to go home. So, let's get the rest in. Right, day 2. And once again, this is why I always say it's handy having people around you. So when we left off, I was very tired and a little bit stressed. So the clutch fork there was bouncing back and forth. There was absolutely no pressure on there, which meant that it wouldn't be releasing the clutch. So obviously, as I said, I panicked, walked away, and I thought, it's okay. What we'll do is con our mate Liam, who's a mechanic. We'll con him out of going to doing something fun and bring him down to get his advice. And it's one of those things where you just need someone to give you the basics. So I hadn't actually bolted the gearbox on completely. He had a little fiddle around with the fork. I've now put a couple more bolts in, and it seems... Actually, I'm probably better off coming in there. There's definitely tension there, and what Liam said is to basically put the slave cylinder on, make sure everything's lined up, make sure there is tension. I'm going to tighten those up now, but so far, so good. That is not a 12mm. So slave cylinder's now bolted in, and for once I'm feeling confident because there's a lot of pressure on there. So what we're going to do now is see if one of my fine assistants will put their foot on the clutch and just make sure it is engaging as it should. The other one. Oh, we have movement. I mean, yeah, how's it feel?
There is a click.
Definitely coming from that end as well, isn't it? It's coming from... Good thing is, so I just realised we haven't got the microphones on. Liam's just said then as he's putting his foot on the clutch, there is a click at the bottom. Now, the rods on these are adjustable, and I have messed with this one before, so again, different gearbox, new clutch, might need a bit of fettling with. But to me, it sounds like it's that end, not at that end, so...
It is the same.
Yeah? So at least now, do you want to be on video? Hey!
Hello.
At least that shouldn't be... I'm not even going to jinx it, but... So everything's in. Linkages, I've just clipped up now. I've used the nut and bolt, which is a bit controversial. I don't know if it's better or worse than using the pin. But what I want to check now is just to make sure... Oh crap, it goes into gear. I'll make sure. This is the moment of truth now. Clutch still feels like a clutch and sounds like a duck now for some reason. And the main thing is... Woo! Look at that!
Yay!
We have gears, but... That is exactly what the other gearbox was doing. Yeah, I don't think Iron's going to be able to strip down that gearbox or nothing then. Because what we were going to do was take the shifter, because apparently inside the box people say the shifter's worn. I really don't. This is what I say when everyone's like, oh, I've never seen that problem before. This is my luck with cars. This is the second gearbox, and it's got the exact same issue. But... it goes into gear, yay! Now we are at the moment of truth. We think everything is bolted in and, more importantly, plugged in gearbox-wise. We've sort of just checked everything in there that we need to just to try So basically now what we're going to do is I'm going to jump in, start it, make sure it goes into gears, and make sure the wheels actually turn. I'm actually feeling confident compared to the coupe. Whew. The first time in months.
Still starts, that's a good thing.
Yeah, wow, that started up mint. Wow. So, moment of truth. Does it? Lovely. Second, third, fourth, fifth. And we'll do... Is that release bearing? Let me know if it actually moves the wheels. Right, so this is first.
Oops.
And then second.
Yeah.
Third.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Fifth.
Yeah. You got all of them? Try to do this.
Oh yeah, let's see if we can go backwards.
Yay! Hang on, put it back in reverse.
That sounded a bit... Is it not... Is it turning or...?
Yeah, it's turning, but it's making noises if the gear's grinding.
We don't need to go backwards.
Go in reverse from the ring.
Oh, hang on. The release bearing is noisy, reverse is making one of the most horrendous sounds I've ever heard. At this point, I really don't care. As long as the car drives forward, which it seems to do, and as long as it's going to get us to the ring, we're going to stick with it. So today, what I need to do, so all of the big important stuff is done, but I just need to get the intake on, and then basically rebuild each corner up, which is just very basics, and then just bolt checking absolutely everything. But imagine if we can get it on its wheels tonight, get it driving, and then just figure out if there is anything dangerous that we need to fix because the car's been sat for a while. I am really excited. It's been a while since I've driven a cool car. All our cool cars are off the road. So a massive thanks once again to anyone who's been involved. Liam, Malik, has said last minute on those guys coming down has really, really been a massive help, and it's given me a push. And I just thought then even cosmetic things, I want to polish these headlights up. We've got the lip that's buried over there somewhere. Oh no, there it is. Paint's chipping on that as well, but again, just to make it sort of look pretty, and we got the other wheels to go on. So, let's have enough talking, let's get stuck into it. I began with the intake. I initially chose to have an open filter so I could hear the VTEC roar, but later decided to go with the factory airbox. I'd recently replaced both front wheel bearings and lower ball joints, so it was then on to making sure all the nuts and bolts were on and tight. I then moved on to fitting the lower shock fork onto the coilovers, did the exact same on the other side. Once I had bolt checked everything, it was back on with the NK wheels, torqued them to spec, then dropped the car back to the floor. Okay, so I'm pretty sure everything is bolted in as it should be. We've got wheels on. I will be putting the rears on to match. Don't worry, this is literally, it's very late. I do apologise to the neighbours just over there, but this is something I need to do. I need to make sure it starts, runs, goes into all the gears before we take it out on the road properly. So, last thing we need to do is attach the battery there. I'm not going to bother tightening that a sec, as long as it works. Whew. Now, if you know my track record, you'll understand why I am incredibly nervous at this point. And don't worry, this car will be getting a good clean before we go. Right. We have lights. We have gears. Let's start it up. Good thing is it's not stupidly loud, we have still got the cat on here. The exhaust is still catching somewhere. But, for the first time in months, we are moving. This is so weird. well, it goes backwards without an issue. And I just noticed that noise, the horrific noise it was making in reverse, seems to have gone. Your lights gone as well. So I don't know if it's because there was no weight on the car. Obviously, reverse gear is a straight cut. So all the vibrations were probably just enhanced. Let's go for second. We're driving the Civic, woohoo! Yep, brakes work. Oh, this is awesome. I cannot believe we have a working Civic, finally. I think we're all good. I gotta sort the insurance out. Like I said, it's very late. Gotta sort everything out to get it back on the road, but I mean, there's no weird sounds, anything. It just worked. This car has just been so reliable. I neglected it a lot. I've abused it, and it's probably one of the most reliable cars I've ever owned, and I love it for that. So until tomorrow, probably, my love. Well done. I think I am incredibly relieved. After all the saga with the coupe, I am very, very relieved. Morning. It's another day. This has got to be day, 373 of working on this car. Getting ready for the ring. So, what I've done for today, the issue that I keep going on about with the floppy gear stick, it's not a major issue because it goes into gears 5. Put a lot of miles on this thing, and it was the same when we took it last time. But it's driving me nuts. For you true petrol heads, you'll know if there's something, just even if it's minor on your car, over time it drives you nuts. And we've got a couple of days now until we go. Georgia told me don't mess with things, and I hate it. She's usually right. But what I've done quickly is taken that's the gear linkage that was on there, the one that's got the play. But what I was thinking now, from my very bad memory, I don't think the coupe had that issue. It wasn't perfect, obviously it's an old car, but there was a bit of play, but nothing like we had in this. So what I've done today very quickly is, you probably can't see, I've chucked the gearbox in from the coupe. That's the one we're taking to the ring now, which I've just realised hasn't got an LSD in it, so that'll be an interesting comparison. But I've put the other linkage in. So we've got the coupe gearbox and the coupe linkage with the shift that everything's factory. And I haven't actually tried it yet, but I wanted to catch it on camera, because if it's still floppy, I am absolutely at a loss, because it just doesn't make sense. I've changed everything over, so if it's still... I really, really don't understand. It's exactly the same. Really don't understand anymore. It's almost time to get on with the satisfying part of cleaning the car, but we need to resolve one issue that Georgia will not let me take the car until this is sorted. Has been bugging me for a while, and that issue is electric windows. And you'll see as you try to undo them, I forgot I locked it. Electric windows. That is an issue. Now I've ordered something about 8-9 months ago, just haven't got around to fitting it because these are not nice jobs. I've got very, very limited knowledge and experience with these. It is a window regulator. I'm not even sure if the regulator is the problem, but I wanted to have it here just in case. So I don't know, it didn't... Oh, there we go. Oh, I've done it. Anyway, now we're pooped. So, first step is getting the door card off, and hopefully, I'm hoping there's something blaringly obvious that's just like, hey, I'm the problem. But we know that's not going to happen. Come on. Wakey. I have had the door card off this before, when I first realised the issue. And from my very bad memory, I don't think they're that bad to get off. Again, we're talking about Civics here, old Civics, so fortunately, we should be okay. I really need to get one of those metal pots, you know, the magnetic ones you can keep screws in. Because I am the world's worst for putting stuff down and not remembering where I put them. And I don't think I've got any of my trim tools with me, which is a bit frustrating. Who needs tools? I am the only tool in this room. Ow. Hope you're enjoying the view. So a little clip there. Luckily, as I said, this is probably one of the easiest ones to do this sort of job on. I believe the speaker cover's got to come off. Just like that. I think the speaker's got to come out, so we're going to take that out anyway. Hate this part. In true me style, I haven't got my trim removal tools. Really not happy with this, but pray for me. Yes, that's some good noises. Come on. Top tip, don't go yanking your door cards off. Always check to see if there's screws you've missed. And invest in magnetic screwdrivers. Take 2. Oh, look at that. Has that got to come off? I don't know. Let's just shake some stuff and see. I hate doing interior trim parts. George, I hope you flippin' appreciate this. Is this what the inside of a door card on a Civic looks like? This is like the membrane that keeps moisture in and out. And I hate removing these because they never go back on, and they've always got this sticky, gluey stuff on this, so it looks like chewing gum. So I'm going to have to try and sort of replace this because I need access to all of this. And we can now see this has got an aftermarket central locking system. Very clever idea, very simple. Just literally little actuators that go on there. I do want to do this on the Coupe. I've already bought a kit. But I mean, the thing is not even running properly yet, so it's on the bottom of my list. I've just thought, annoyingly, I'm sure the window's got to come down to a certain point so you can get it to unbolt it. What a crap design. What if they're stuck? How are you supposed to... Right, this is nowhere near where I need it to be. I think it's that hole there we need to get into to release that side of the reg. So we're in trouble. Right, so because mine's stuck like halfway, I can't get to the bolt. So what I'm going to do is just start taking everything off and just see. In theory, if I just take every bolt off that's holding everything on, it should just drop and hopefully we can pull the window out. It's already one of those jobs you really regret starting it. Oh, don't understand. Now I understand. Bruh. Ice cream van. When was the last time we saw an ice cream van? The horrifying thing is, you've got to try and remember where all this goes. It's a good job I'm making a video. Good thing is, all of these pretty much look the same size. Oh crap, I just pulled something off. Oh! Why is everything so fiddly? Right, just stick it. Got a plan. Watch that, make sure it doesn't fall. Now what we're going to do is make a permanent freaking stain on my window. I'm going to hold this up to make sure something like that sums up your day. Yeah, hopefully that'll be okay. So, window's out of the way. Now the reg should... It would if it wasn't another bolt holding it in. If you ever watch videos, tutorials, and they're like, oh, make sure you remove this bolt first, then this bolt, and remove this bolt by halfway. And yeah, I'm sure I've watched a few things like that on this. I guess to a point where like, I don't care anymore, everything's coming out. Stuff falling everywhere. I really hope this is the right regulator. Then we're in trouble if it's not, because we've got, what, 4 days till we go to the ring? Nice. That motor is red hot. Jesus. How do they make a plastic clip so strong? Okay, you are starting to piss me off. Say hello to my little friend. Let me tell you, that was not fun. So this is the regulator. Obviously a motor there. I'm wondering if we can get any life into it while it's free, and if there's anything making it seize, because the motor was hot. Nada! Which I suppose is a good sign. Now we've got the scary part of seeing if we got the right part. I bought this from eBay and I bought it a while ago. That does not look right. Right, so as I said, my knowledge on these is limited. It all sort of looks the same mounting points wise, I think. It just, the gears and stuff do look a bit different. So should we just fit it and see? I should check the plugs are the same actually. Okay, so a bit of a dull moment I had. Plugs are completely different, but I did just notice this has come with a blank end, so I think we're going to have to tap into the original wiring, which I suppose is a good sign because I thought it was the wrong one. But I think what I'm going to do is put it in just to make sure it does fit. I think we're in business. The motor bolts are lined up. The reg bolts are lined up. It's just whether the window bolts line up, which is quite important. So I wasn't going to test fit it, but do you know what? We're going to test fit it while we're here. Please don't collapse. I think they line up. Oh, mama! Whew! Alright, it's looking good. For now. Whoa, easy. That metal's rather sharp. Good thing is with this one, it actually comes with new nuts and bolts, which threw me off to begin with, but now I understand it. That's a good sign. What I'm going to do also is grease the runners and stuff like that while it's off. Might just work. Right, so there's 100 ways you can join and cut wires. So this is the loom I was given with the new one. This is the OE loom. So obviously I want to use as much of this as I can because they've got clips there to sort of keep the wiring tidy. So it's nice they've got the sort of pre-cut ends there, but what I want to do, I think, is cut there and there, so I've got as much as the OE loom as possible. But again, I haven't got all my electric stuff with me. It's in work, so I'm limited to what I've got here, but we're going to make do and keep it simple. I'm literally going to use these things. Pop a wire in each end, crimp it, and that should work. Scary thing is now, I hate doing this, is cutting the wires. Sure, I didn't press record at the right time then. Me cutting the original one. Now we're committed. Lovely. Apologies for the state of me, by the way. I'm waiting for a haircut, but I'm waiting until we just go to the ring. It's not that probably any of you care how I look, but... So, we've got 4 bare wires we need to join together. I'm not an electrician, but... Safe to say black's earth, do you think? Although there's no black on here. It's got white. Let's go black to white, shall we? See how that goes. This doesn't have. Look how stiff these are. Bloody hell. They're on there. Anyone else keep stuff just in case? I've had this little kit in my thing for about 10 years, something stupid like that, and I'm finally using it. We will tidy this up. By tidy it up, I mean hide it. Because no one's going to see it, apart from anyone that watches this. Right, in theory, we've got contact if I've got these the right way round. So I'm going to plug it in and see if we've got any life at all. Pray with me. Yes! Yeah, look at that! We did something! I'm just going to build the frigging thing back up. That's good news though. Nope, I'm not being negative. We're being positive. We're getting somewhere. Yeah! Moment of truth. I'm covered in grease because I decided to grease the runner and then install it. Everything's back in place, so it's just there may be a bit of adjustment needed. I don't know if that's why the motor was really hot when it came out, so I don't know if it's burnt out where it was getting stuck. So I've done some adjustment. I've cleaned the rails as much as I can on the side, the sort of locators. Greased the runner. Again, it's just one of those I really hope it works. I think everything else is plugged in. I'm so glad I did this before I cleaned the interior though. Oh my god. I did something! And it was electrical. Georgia will be thrilled. That's amazing. Oh, wicked. Actually, look at it as a race car. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Just testing out my new window there, I did. How ironic is this? I've just fixed George's window, the passenger side, forgetting that mine is making some quirky noises. But the good thing is now I'm a window reg specialist, professional. I can pull that one off now. I won't bore you with that one, don't worry. But that was a learning curve for me. Don't really want to do one again anytime soon, but needs must. Right, I think I'll leave the satisfying clean of the car for another video, but if you've made it this far, please know that I am very grateful. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.